Hey guys, it's December 26th, I guess, day after Christmas. Southern California. It's about 70 degrees, I think, right now, and there's not a cloud in the sky, and so it feels like it's about 90 right now when you're standing still. I'm here with Nick.
Hello.
I've been riding with Nick on and off for what, at least 3 years, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
But yeah, he's down in San Diego, but every once in a while we get together. And he works for EUCO. So EUCO's loaned me this S18. Thanks again, Rose. And thanks, Nick, for setting it up so I can borrow this. And he's up here with the Gotway, I'm still going to call him Gotway, EX. And we are about to go to Overheat Hill. So we're going to do a twofer today. So should be interesting. For some reason he doesn't have faith in the King song, so he brought an extra control board for this guy.
Just in case.
When I tell him what he really needs is an extra control board for the Gotway wheel.
We'll see.
I've only ridden this in the parking lot a little bit, but I think when we get up in the trails, I'll be doing a little riding on this, but Nick swears by the torque, right?
It's crazy. It's like a little bit better than MSP.
And this wheel is huge. It feels massive and I'll talk about it later. But anyway, that's the plan for today. Hopefully both wheels will pass and we'll be having some fun up in the trails. And hope you guys are having fun wherever you are. Hope it's not too cold. All right, see you up at Overheat Hill.
Anytime you want to switch off, let me know, because I have all the time in the world to ride these. But
Yeah, okay. Okay, we are at the hills. This is the traditional starting spot. Warm-up hill. It's actually, it's fairly steep, but the worst part of this hill is usually just all the rocks and loose gravel that can make it sketchy getting up there. So we're ready. Next time you see us, we will be at the base of the true warm-up hill for Overheat Hill, where we actually burned up a couple wheels on that one too.
Monde silencieux, gros yeux violets, elle attend le lever du soleil. Se balade dans les rues de Paris, imagine son amour, mort des anges, une danse, c'est la femme de sa vie. Se balade dans les rues de Paris, imagine son amour, mort des gens, une danse, c'est la femme de sa vie, c'est la femme de sa vie. Bouquet de fleurs rouges, panier de fruits d'or, histoire des luttes d'amour, des yeux de cristal, le parfum de tes joues. Pourquoi se réveiller de ce rêve? Se balade dans les rues de Paris, imagine son amour, mort des gens, une danse, c'est la femme de sa vie. Se balade dans les rues de Paris, imagine son amour, mort des gens, une danse, c'est la femme de sa vie, c'est la femme de sa vie.
Okay, we are at the preliminary hill. Again, remind so many folks, this is where I tumbled down the Z10 a long time ago. Didn't have the power to make it up there. I've seen a monster burn up going up this. It's kind of like Overheat Hill, but it's shorter. But it's kind of I think of it as a warm-up. This the S18 has really been running cool. I'm impressed. I mean, it's 28 right now.
28?
28.
Wow.
It only went up to 34, the highest so far. And Nick's EX was at 65 at one point. What's it right now?
54.
54. But it went up to 65. So I'm going to predict he'll be over pushing 70 when he gets up to the top.
Yeah, probably.
We're not sure if, remember, this is a Galway wheel, so we're not sure if the fan is working on it right now.
I can't hear it. Maybe it's just because of the helmet, but we can investigate if we need to.
Yeah. So if it's not working, you might have to open it up like he's done before and re-plug in the the fan. All right. So the only problem with the S18 is so this is stock, so I don't have any kind of power pads on here, and I really wish I did, so I could lean up. It's too slippery. So that's going to be the only challenge climbing this hill. He's got power pads, so he should do much better. And I told Nick to keep his distance from me, just in case.
If you want afterwards, you can try this one on the same hill.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm going to wait till after Overheat Hill before I try the...
Just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep, I really wish I had something to lean into on this wheel. You can hear the motor struggling a bit. Okay, here is the main hill. You can hear it grinding away a bit. And it's 37 degrees. $38. Here comes Nick. Piece of cake?
Yeah. The hardest part is just keeping traction.
Traction, yeah.
No power issues at all.
What's the temp?
Let me check.
I went up to 38.
64.
64. All right.
At least now we know it's not one of those 65-degree wheels from earlier, so that's good.
No, yeah, it probably overheats at 79. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not.
It felt good. It just felt like a hill.
Yeah. Which is good. Okay. I'm not optimistic about Overheat Hill though. Who knows? We'll find out. But looks like it's got plenty of power. But I'm not sure. It might literally overheat though.
Yeah.
Before we get to the top.
We'll see.
So.
It probably will.
Yeah.
Well, I also push it harder than maybe I really should. But I want to get up there fast, so I don't spend a lot of time straining it.
Right.
So. But yeah, felt good. Does Overheat Hill have? Is it as rocky as this?
Yeah.
Because that's the hardest part, is just keeping the traction.
Yeah. You'll
If
find.
it was smooth, I could just.
Exactly. You'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little more challenging. It's not a smooth.
Yeah. I have no idea what's coming. He's laughing like, oh, this kid.
All right. Onward and upward.
All right. Bit of a clencher. It's a heavy wheel. It's going whether I want it to or not.
I know. See, you're one of these guys, which I applaud you, that can go faster down hills. I'm more cautious because I'm always thinking. You're like, I'm just going to go fast down this hill.
I don't want it to. I just can't break that one. So I just sort of, you know what? We're going.
Yeah, I was braking more and.
Yeah. Are you recording?
Yeah.
If you guys know Law Lexina from Vegas, he taught me. I used to be more sort of like a, just straight line, kind of just go everywhere rider, which is fine. But he taught me like all the stunt stuff, and like my pads on this wheel aren't super great, but he just taught me how to do all like the good stuff. So yeah, it just happened overnight.
But I haven't seen you jumping yet on that.
This wheel, okay. So I didn't have.
Come on. What's the excuse?
I didn't have time to put proper jump pads on this wheel. I tried. These are kind of crappy, but I mean, in an emergency, I probably could. Let's see. So maybe just enough to like get over small gaps.
Yeah, you're not going to jump a curb like that. No.
Well, you just bonk it and then you bonk up it.
It's the guys who bonk it. They're the guys who bend the rims, though.
Well, I mean, I don't like run into it. I kind of just like, doop.
Yeah.
But I have the pressure pretty good. At like 37, I think.
There's a lot of guys denting rims lately, it seems.
You gotta bonk correctly. You can't bonk wrong. I bonked wrong on my Monster and I dented the rim super hard.
So we got a rim bender here.
I am definitely a rim bender. I used to run lower PSI than I probably should. but I've changed my ways. I run higher PSI. I'm more cautious, and I bonk with proper technique.
I'm still not a jumper, but I'm really really starting to think about starting to jump. I'm thinking of turning my KS16X into a jumper, putting pads on it where I can lift it.
Yeah. The most important part is toe hooks.
Yeah.
So what you might have to do is, because in order to get them at the proper place, your pedals aren't going to be able to close all the way, and because the 16X uses magnets, what I do is I just cut out a portion of grip tape and replace it with Velcro, and then put some Velcro on the toe hook. So basically the pedals stay with Velcro.
Okay.
Yeah. If you remember, or if you remind me, I'll send you pictures of my Nayman and MSX pedal setup. They're both like that.
Good idea. I'll remember that.
But on like in motion wheels, you don't have to do that because it's friction.
And the cake,
Huh?
this wheel is friction.
Oh yeah. No, if you put some, one other thing that Law told me is there's this grip tape. Like, you know when the nickel first came out, it had that like weird rubber grip tape?
Yeah.
If you buy some of that, it's sold by a company named DKL, and if you buy some, you can put it on top of like some EVA or some neoprene, or even just by itself, and you can put it where you want grip. So like right here in that triangle area, and it helps so much with like actually gripping on the wheel.
Right. Okay.
Because like that stuff is like slippery, but if
Yeah.
you put some of the grip tape on it, it's great. So
This is
DKL rubber grip tape.
All
very
right.
helpful.
Okay. This is a fun trail, and this, when we get down to the bottom, we'll be ready for Overheat Hill.
All right. On camera, but my real excuse for not having jump pads is because I didn't want to cut part of the grip tape off to put Velcro on.
Okay.
This is a demo wheel,
Right.
so I don't want to mess it up too hard. We don't have any replacement grip tape for these RS pedals yet, so. Don't care about having pedals pulled because they're just always doing stunts, but I use my wheels primarily for commuting and sometimes for stunts, so the pedal pulling is really important. Other people, what they do is they, if they don't want to do Velcro, they move the magnet both on the pedal and on the inside of the wheel.
Right.
So they take it out of the wheel and they put it underneath the grip tape, the DKL stuff. So if you put some of it on your toe hook, right? They put it underneath that, and then they move the magnet in the pedal to match the grip. But I'm too lazy, I haven't tried that yet. When my Velcro starts to fail, I'll either replace it or do that. Yeah, there's lots of different ways to do it.
The moment of truth. We are at Overheat Hill. Nick is really excited.
Yes, finally.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know. What's your temperature right now? Let's baseline it.
Let's see.
I'm at 30 degrees.
49.
49.
I don't know if the fan is working. It should be lower.
Well, but it's a stock.
Yeah,
It's
if it
the wheel,
overheats, we're gonna find
yeah.
out.
So I don't know. I have a feeling he might overheat.
I am naively optimistic.
Yeah. So I told him to give me plenty of space, because he does ride faster than me anyway. So he's pretty impatient. So he might. I tell people, the idea with Overheat Hill is not to get to the top. Meaning I don't do whatever I can to get up the top, because if that were the case, I'd start behind me and I'd build up momentum and I'd cruise up as fast as I can. The purpose of this is just to run all the wheels at this given steady pace going up the hill and see what happens. That's the purpose for me. He's here more for fun, but it'll be interesting. So good luck.
Thanks, you too.
I really wish I had side pads. It's so slippery. .35 degrees. .37. Not a lot of grip on the tire. 43. .49. .54, 55. He's right behind me. He caught up with me. What's your temperature?
That was fun. 69.
69. Well, good. I guess maybe there is a fan working there.
That's
I thought
Overheat Hill? That's
that was
the hill?
Overheat Hill. That was it. You did it. Apparently, it's like nothing.
Well, I use the pads a lot.
We should do it again. Maybe.
You want to switch?
Yeah, maybe we'll go around and do it again. This wheel desperately needs pads because just no grip on the side.
Yeah, even if you don't want to get like power pads per se or like neoprene or any of that stuff, all you need is just some of that grip tape, like the rubber grip tape. You just put it on the triangle and on the top part where your leg rests. It's so much better.
So there you go. We made it.
Yes, exciting.
We'll put him on this wheel and see what he thinks about it.
I'm interested to try actually.
A little harder. So we'll do the loop again, and that was fun. All right, cool. Okay, we are. This guy's heavy. We're back at the bottom of Overheat Hill. I So I have about 5 minutes of trail riding in this guy. It's definitely a heavy wheel. You can feel it. And when you're going down, it's not the most comfortable for me because it's so much mass compared to like that. But I have a feeling going up it's going to be nice because these power pads, you can just feel it. You barely have to do anything and you got lots of power. So we shall see. I've connected. I'm at 58 degrees C. And see what happens. He does have the tire pressure mid-30s on this wheel, which is kind of high for me. I'd be going up this closer to 25, I think, PSI. So it makes the grip worse on this loose soil. 62. Power pads are so nice. Except the traction is crappy. He weighs a bit more than me too, which helps. See, I'm at 71 degrees because I'm running slower. .76 degrees, and we're up at the top. It was definitely easier for me, that's for sure. 78, that's overheating. It's overheating. So it's going slower. I think he could go faster because he weighs more than me, given the higher tire pressure. And here he comes. You took your time this time, huh?
I overleaned once, but I was able to save it. I didn't fall off.
Okay.
Not as much power available as that one, which makes sense.
Right.
It's, like what is this, like a 1.5 kilowatt difference?
And how about the gripping, lack of grip?
I used my ankles a lot. It's when I tried to lock into that front thing that I overleaned, so I tried to avoid doing that. My ankles are on fire a little bit more, but it's definitely doable.
Yeah,
I'd prefer
of course,
like a torque wheel, something like that, to go up this hill.
No, this is so I don't know if you heard it beeping.
Overheating?
It overheated because I was going slower than you, and the tire pressure, man, I would have put it about 10 psi lower than yours because I was getting a lot of skipping.
Yeah, I run it a little high.
So you run it higher, and he weighs 25 plus pounds more than me, which helps to compensate. But yeah, I could definitely. This feels like, to me, feels like the MSP. It just goes, Yeah. So that's it, guys. 2 wheels, conquer Overheat Hill. It's looking good. S18. I really like the S18. I'm really this close to buying one. I'm thinking of selling my MSX because I have an MSP, and yeah, so. And maybe trade up and get a S18 because this guy is so nice on the trails. My knees, it's so comfy. Even you agree it's more comfy on the trails, right?
If I was going to pick, like, in the 3 suspension wheels, if I was going to go on a trail like this, I would take S18. V11 would be second because you can sort of adjust the pressure a little bit more, but it's a bit more like pogo stick bouncy. And then this guy can do trails. I'd probably drop the tire pressure and
Right.
suspension pressure a little bit.
But it's a heavy wheel. It's
so
really
heavy. That's the
mass.
thing, is
And
you don't feel like you're not able to control your line as much. You kind
Right.
of just go where you're going.
right. Thanks for joining me, Nick.
Of course, thanks for having me.
It was fun. Anyone who wants to try and conquer Overheat Hill, reach out to me. See you guys later.
All right, see ya.